Hi everybody, welcome back to Tips for You. Today I want to talk to you about under eye circles and puffy bags under your eyes and how you can get rid of them. Now, much of this can be hereditary, so you'll have the predisposition depending on if your parents had puffy under eyes or dark under eye circles, that you may get them as well simply because it's in your family genetics. But you don't have to settle for that. Just because you have the predisposition to it, to get them, doesn't mean you will get them if you take care of your lifestyle. Because a lot of these things are exacerbated or brought on by the type of lifestyle that you lead. So if you're not getting enough rest, you're not exercising, you're not drinking enough fluids, perhaps you have congestion problems, nasal problems, or you're not getting enough iron in your diet. That can also lead to very dark under eye circles. If your diet is poor, it'll affect your skin and your hair, things like that, almost immediately, because there's a high cell turnover rate in those areas of your body. So what you want to make sure you do is live a healthy lifestyle. Have a healthy diet. Avoid high sodium salt intake because that can help that causes the body to retain water. And when the body retains water, it retains it in those areas that it's prone to retaining them. So for you, if it's your eyes, that's where you're going to retain the water and they'll get puffy, and then eventually over time bags will form. And when they form, because everybody has like little fat deposits under their eyes, and over the years as you age, the ligaments that support your skin and the muscle tone, it starts to get kind of loose, and so it was once holding back the fat is now the fat comes forward and just kind of collects. So exercise can be a wonderful way for you to keep the muscles of your face strong and tight because the musculature is right under the skin. And you want to be sure that you exercise regularly every week because the blood flow going to your skin goes to your eye area, and it's very beneficial for those kinds of conditions. So keeping a healthy diet, getting enough rest, avoiding things like smoking, alcohol, high-fat foods, high-salt foods will all help you look as well as feel better. So you don't have to look like your grandma or your grandfather or your grandmother, because you're going to make different changes in your life so that you can avoid those situations. Now I have 3 suggestions, remedies for you that you can do to reduce the puffiness as well as the dark under eye circles. And the first one is the cucumber slices. Now, believe it or not, this does work. So you take a fresh, raw cucumber, slice it. You need 2 slices. It's best if you put them in the refrigerator and keep them nice and cold, because it's the coldness that actually helps get rid of some of that puffiness on your eyes. And then, of course, cucumbers have an astringent property to them as well, which helps to reduce the dark circles. So you want to lie down in a restful spot for about 10 to 15 minutes with the cucumber slices over your eyes. And what I suggest you do too, which is a very helpful tip, is you can cut the cucumbers if it's more helpful for you, and just make them like little halves, and you can put them like right under the eye and then right over the eye as opposed to one round circle, because it can kind of sometimes sit right on the eyeball depending on the type of eyes you have, whether you have deep set or not. So if that's helpful for you, then you can cut your cucumber slices a little bit, but otherwise just leave them whole, put them on your eyes, and do this daily for a while, and you will see results. The other suggestion I have that also works as well for puffy eyes and dark under eye circles is tea bags. And what you'll do is you'll put the tea bags in water and put them in the refrigerator and just let them steep for a while. Then when you're ready, lie down again and put the tea bags over your eyes, 10 to 15 minutes. Lie there, let the tannins from the tea, and I don't recommend you use herbal tea. What you want to use is like black tea or a Lipton tea, something caffeinated. You want it to be caffeinated, and you put those tea bags over your eyes, and that will reduce the puffiness, tighten the skin, and it will remove the dark circles. Now for my final recommendation, and this is one that is actually one of the best. And it really works. You've got to try different things, because for some people, some things work, and for others, different things work. And this is raw potato. And you want the pulp, the inside, not the skin on the outside. So what you're going to do is you have two choices. You can either slice the raw potato and use 2 slices, 1 on each eye. And again, like I said, because it's hard and firm, depending on your eyes and whether it's got contact, you may want to cut the potato slices in half. And so you can put a half, you sort of position them the way you want to. Or, and this is kind of a better idea, you want to kind of scrape the pulp out in the inside of the potato or put it in a food processor so that it gets mushy. Take the mushy raw potato pulp while you're lying down. Again, this is, about lying down and being restful, and just let the enzymes in the potato, and it's got also, antiseptic properties to it. Just let it sit on your eyes. That can be very beneficial for dark circles. So I highly recommend you try the potatoes. If you are suffering from under eye issues, puffiness or dark circles, I suggest also that you, when you go to sleep, elevate your head. It really helps things drain so things don't settle kind of right in the upper area of your face. So if you've got a big pillow sham that you use to decorate your bed, or you want to stack 2 or more pillows up to keep yourself kind of on a tilt so that you're propped more, that will help drain your sinuses. It will help drain the fluids out of your head and out of your face and into your lower body. And that can really be beneficial. That's very helpful. I personally do that myself. If I have a cold especially, I'll like to sleep a little bit on a tilt. It also helps, if you drink water before you go to bed. Anytime you've got a full tummy or something like that, just elevate yourself so that you're not lying flat and all the food kind of just sits and can go up and down your esophagus, as well as the fluids just end up, puffing up your face. You look a lot better in the morning because of it. The fluids will just kind of drain out of your body. Eat a lot of potassium-rich foods. It's a natural diuretic, and diuretics, as we know, remove salt out of our bodies. It helps you just, purge yourself of all the toxins naturally. Things like bananas and, all kinds of fruits and that have potassium, high potassium contents, oranges, things like that. And, with a good diet, exercise to keep those facial muscles strong and the blood flowing to your skin, as well as some of the remedies that I talked about, the tea bags, the potato slices, and the cucumber slices, and you can help mitigate the situation of the puffy under eye and the dark under eye circles. Remember, you've got to do things for a bit of time. You can't just do it once and say, oh, it's not working. You've got to kind of do a regimen. So pick a time during the day. Maybe it's the evening hours. You're listening to television. Just lie down on the couch, and, that's when you'll do your raw potato pulp. Because bedtime tends to be a nice time to do these things because you go to sleep with those effects, and then it helps you for the morning look a lot better and a lot nicer the next day. So yes, give it some time, do it daily, and you should see some results. So I hope you enjoyed this helpful video on under eye circles and puffy bags under your eyes. Please do subscribe because I have a lot more coming, something of interest to everyone, and I hope you're enjoying my videos. Please stop by my channel frequently. Please also visit my blogspot, where I do post a lot of interesting articles and questions that people ask me, and I give answers to those as well. I think you'll enjoy that too. So thanks so much for viewing, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye now.